All right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Once again, it is 7 o'clock p.m. It is Friday night, and that can only mean one thing: time for our weekly 1 hour live stream. And we've got something new that we're going to be doing tonight. So I am excited about this. I hope you guys are too. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope everyone had a great 4th of July. Um, so what we're going to be doing tonight is essentially what the title says. We're going to have a little warship trivia. We're going to see how much you guys know. You guys are always asking me the questions, so I'm flipping the script tonight. I'm going to ask you guys the questions. So here's how things are going to work. I have a list of 30 questions that I've compiled, and the first 10 are about battleships. The next 10 are about destroyers, and the final 10 are about cruisers, aircraft carriers, and submarines. And each time I ask a question, chat will have 30 seconds to answer the question. First person to put the correct answer in the chat is the person that will that gets it right. American Loyalists. Oh, that's pretty cool. Going to USS Yorktown and Laffey within 2 weeks. Well, that's cool, man. Get some pictures and definitely have a good time. So yeah, I will be using my phone here to track the 30 seconds after each question is asked, and we will see who knows the most at the end of this little venture tonight. There's no prize or anything, guys. It's just for us to have a little fun and try something different and see what you guys think of this idea. So, with having said all of that, are you guys ready for the first Warships trivia? Let me know in the chat. Buddy says Mark knows the most, or Skip. Well, we're going to find out, aren't we? So, with all of that, let's see. Still waiting. Are you guys ready? I don't want to start the first question unless I know everyone's ready. Aaron says, not me. I know very little about warships, and I tried to keep these questions as simple as possible, and nothing. I didn't dig deep into what I know about them. It's stuff that we have talked about many times on the various live streams when we talk about warships. So with that, we are going to go with our first question. Actually, I have some warships footage that we are going to be watching while we play Warships Trivia. So, here we go, guys. Question number 1, and you'll have 30 seconds If nobody gets it in 30 seconds, that means there is no one gets credit for the answer. Question 1. What was the name of the first American dreadnought battleship? Starting the clock. Well, I think I said it for 30 minutes, not 30 seconds. Well, that's okay. I can still keep track of it. The first American dreadnought battleship. Nobody, it's not Texas. Let's see. Getting close to 30 seconds. I'm going to go a little longer. I do not know the ship was called Dreadnought. Well, nope, Mark, not Arizona. And time is up. So, Aaron, the original name, Dreadnought, is from the British ship HMS Dreadnought. The British started the whole Dreadnought battleship era, and everyone, pretty much copied or, improved upon the design from that ship. So, pretty much from the USS South Carolina, BB 26, all the way up until, let's see, it was the first fast battleship would have been USS North Carolina. So from 26 to 54 in the US fleet would have all been dreadnought battleships. Okay, so no one gets that one. Let me readjust my my clock here. So let's start a new one. I meant to start. So let's see, 30 seconds. Okay, let's see. And because the British have scary names for their ships. Yeah, we were talking about that on History X the other night. You got Dreadnought, you got Venomous, you got Warspite, and so on. Okay. Question number 2. What was the name of Yamato's sister ship? And starting the clock. What was the name of Yamato's sister ship? See if anybody gets this. And we are looking at USS North Carolina, by the way, guys, BB 55. That is the ship we are seeing here currently in the footage. Let's see. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And no. Well, Aaron, you were probably the closest. It did start with an M. The name of Yamato's sister ship, and I will put it in the chat, was Musashi. And I'm putting it in the chat for you guys. There you go. Musashi. There it is. Okay. Let's see. Question number 3. Here we go. What was the name of Bismarck's sister ship? And what was the name of Bismarck's sister ship? Let's see if anybody's got this. 20 seconds. Let's see. USS Dutch. No, buddy, not USS Dutch. Is that a real ship? I've never heard of that. Anna! Anna! Anna got it. It is Tirpitz. Anna with the win on question number 3. Bismarck's sister ship was indeed Tirpitz. All right. All right, here we go. Question number 4. How many fast battleships did the U.S. build? Fast battleships. I'll tell you this much. We're looking at one of them right now, USS North Carolina. Starting the clock. How many fast battleships did the United States build? Let's see. Aaron guesses 4. No, Aaron, not 4. No, Mark, not 5. Let's see. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is 10. 10 fast battleships were built for the U.S. Navy. Here's a quick little bonus question. Can anybody name at least 2 of the fast battleships? Not North Carolina, because I just said North Carolina is one. Who can name at least 2 of the fast battleships? Let's see what we get here in the chat. Fast battleships. First person to name at least 2 of them will get a bonus point. Mark. No. Pennsylvania was not a fast battleship. No, buddy. USS Kidd was not a fast battleship. 2 of them. Anybody? Aaron. There you go. New Jersey and Iowa were 2 of the fast battleships. So Aaron will get 1 bonus point. Let's see. Buddy, you are correct that Alabama was one of them, but USS Kidd is a destroyer. So that's why you got that wrong. Yes, Aaron, I am serious. New Jersey and Iowa were part of the Iowa class, and they are fast battleships. So, yes, you got a bonus point. All right. So, let's see. Our next question. This one might stump you guys, but we have talked about this recently. Let's see. This will need to be and Alabama, speaking of Alabama, Alabama is now up on the footage right here. What are the names of the 4 South Dakota class battleships? They are fast battleships as well. First person to name all 4. We did talk about this recently on the live stream. Let's see if anybody can guess. What are the names of the 4 South Dakota class battleships? Buddy, I don't know. I'm sorry. That's okay, buddy. This is just for fun. There's no prize or anything. We're just doing this to have some fun. So it's okay. Yeah, looking at the Mighty 8 in action here. Let's see. Aaron says negative. Okay. Mark says Missouri, Yorktown, Intrepid. Nope, Mark, not any of those. Nope, not USS Hood. So the 4 South Dakota class battleships, and they would have been BB-57 through BB-60. South Dakota. Let's see. Indiana, Massachusetts, and Alabama. Those are your 4 South Dakota class battleships. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know if we had a Hood either, Anna. I mean, I know of HMS Hood, one of the most famous British ships of as far as naval vessels go. Max, you got 3 of them, Max, but you just unfortunately you didn't make the time. So no one got points for number 5. So let's see. Should I give Max a point for like a 1 bonus point for getting 3 of the 4, even though the time was up? What do you guys think? Should I give Max a bonus point? Buddy, I got 0 out of 0. Anna says yes. I should give Max a bonus point for getting 3 of the 4. Mark says yes. Okay. As long as everyone's cool with it, I will give Max a bonus point. Okay. So right now, our score is Anna has 1 point, Aaron has 1 point, and Max has 1 point. All right. Question number 6. What are the names of the 4 Iowa-class battleships? What are the names of the 4 Iowa-class battleships? Let's see. Again, I got to start the timer. I need to pay attention to my own rules here. The names of the 4 Iowa-class battleships. Let's see if anybody can guess them. Or let's see how many you can guess, period. How about that? Come on, guys. You know this stuff. I know you know this stuff. Let's see. Iowa, Majestic, Drive Belt, and Tucked. Well, you got one right, Mark. Aaron, you got all the hull numbers correct. BB 61, 62, 63, 64. Max, Iowa, Wisconsin, New Jersey, Missouri. It says not spelled right, but it's okay. I know what you meant. Buddy, USS Iowa, USS Dakota. Nope. So, should I give Max another point for getting them all right, even though he got it after the time expired? What do you guys think? Should I give Max a point? Anybody can say, what is your opinions? Anna says yes. Anybody else? Does anyone else have an issue with that? Buddy says yes. Aaron says he got it on time. Okay. I'm going to give Max the point. Okay. Yeah, there always is a delay. I don't know what the issue with that is. I guess I just need better internet. So who knows? Okay. Here we go. Question number 7. What is USS North Carolina's nickname? What is the nickname of the USS North Carolina? Does anybody know? Oh, so it's at least 5 seconds or 8 seconds. Aaron says it's an 8-second delay. Mark says it's a 5-second delay. Yes. Max, you're on a roll here, my friend. The Showboat. USS North Carolina BB 55 was known as the Showboat. So, there we go. Buddy, I want to say destroyer, but I know that ain't correct. Okay. All right. Question number 8. You know what? Actually, I'm going to skip this question, guys, because, well, I'll tell you what. The question is, name the battleships of Battleship Row on December 7th, 1941. There were 7 of them. I know you guys aren't going to get all 7. So if you want to take a guess, throw some names out there. There were 7 battleships on Battleship Row for Pearl Harbor. Just throw some names out there. You don't have to name all 7. I want to see how many of them you guys know. And I'm just going to give, yep, Aaron, Arizona was one of them. Let's see. Mark, Oklahoma and Arizona, correct. Yep, Arizona. Mark, Utah. Actually, I'm not sure if Utah was on there. I don't have it in my answers. You guys are saying, did I miss Utah? I may have to double check that. Let me Google US Utah real quick. I don't know why she's not on my list of answers. Let's see. Bear with me a second. Fate. Sunk at Pearl Harbor, December 7th, 1941. I don't know why I don't have Utah on my list. So, Arizona, California, Maryland, Tennessee, Nevada, West Virginia, Utah. Pennsylvania was at Pearl Harbor, but she was in dry dock and not positioned on Battleship Row. Yes, Utah was there. I don't know how that didn't come up. I've got in my extra notes here that I've got typed. Utah was commissioned as a target ship at the time of the attack and was docked on the west side of Ford Island opposite Battleship Row. Help if I would just continue reading my own notes, right? Okay. This one is true or false. Question 9, true or false. So you got a 50-50 shot at getting it right. USS New Jersey was the only active battleship during the Vietnam War. True or false? USS New Jersey was the only active battleship in the world during the Vietnam War. True or false? Let's see. You got a 50-50 shot. Aaron says false. Anna put a T. Anna, I'm assuming you put the T for true. Let's see. Buddy says true. Anna, can you clarify? Okay, you put T for true. Okay. So Anna says true. Buddy says true. Skip, Max, and Mark say false. It is true. USS New Jersey was the only active battleship in the world during the Vietnam War. So that is true. So let's see. Buddy and Anna got that one. So I'm writing that down. And number 10, the last question for the battleships. Which two Iowa class battleships served in the Gulf War? Yes, buddy, you got 1 point. What are the two Iowa class battleships that served in the Gulf War? And we're seeing Iowa here in the footage right now. We just named all 4 of them. I'll name them again. Iowa, New Jersey, Wisconsin, and Missouri are the 4 Iowas. 2 of them served in the Gulf War. Let's see, Aaron says New Jersey. I keep forgetting to set my timer. Okay. Anna says New Jersey and Missouri. And let's see. Skip says Wisconsin and New Jersey. Let's see. Mark says whiskey. So we got a couple of 50-50s. If you said Wisconsin, that is one of them. And if you said Missouri, that was one of them. So Wisconsin and Missouri were the 2 Iowas that were active in the Gulf War. Let's see. I'm going to give a point to the people who said either Missouri or Wisconsin. So let's see. Anna's going to get a point for Missouri. Mark's going to get a point for whiskey. And Skip is going to get a point for whiskey. All right. And no, you don't, Skip. Like, remember, guys, this is just for fun. We're just having fun here. Okay. So here we go. We're moving into destroyers. By the way, speaking of Missouri, she is now up on the screen in the warships footage. So, question 11. What are the names of the 4 surviving Fletcher class destroyers? So, there are 4 left in the world? Let's see. Just name as many as you can. How about that? Let's see. Anna says kid. Skip says kid. Remember, there are 4 of them total. Yes, Anna, there are 4 left. Let's see. Okay. So let's see. Anna says kid. Buddy says kid and Alabama. Not Alabama, Buddy, but kid is correct. Iowa is not correct. Remember, Alabama and Iowa are battleships. Let's see. So I'm going to give Aaron a point for kid. Let's see. Anna gets a point for kid. Let's see. Mark gets a point for kid and Sullivan's. So there we are. So the 4 are kid. All right, buddy. Have a good night. Appreciate you stopping by. So the 4 are Kid, Sullivan's, Young, and Velos. And Velos was originally known as the Charette, USS Charette. Okay. Question 12. What destroyer earned the nickname the ship that would not die? What destroyer earned the nickname the ship that would not die? Does anybody know? Let's see, starting the timer. It's a museum ship, I'll say that much. No, Anna, not Yamato, because Yamato did in fact die. No, Skip, not Vermon. No, Max, not Texas. Remember, it's a destroyer. Texas is a battleship. Let's see. And time's up on that one. So the answer is USS Laffey, Laffey. And that is a museum ship, by the way, guys, in South Carolina. She is moored right next to the USS Lexington aircraft carrier in Charleston. Anna asked the other ship in Texas. No, actually, there's 2 other ships at the Galveston Naval Museum, Anna. The submarine USS Cavala and the destroyer escort USS Stewart. But yeah, and destroyer escort is what the Stewart is. Let's see. Speaking of, and I just gave you the name of one of them. The next question, guys. Oh, actually, no, this is coming a bit later. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. We got another true or false. USS Kidd is named for the pirate captain William Kidd. True or false? USS Kidd is named for the pirate captain William Kidd. Is that true or false? Does anybody know? Let's see. Starting the timer. Let's see. Anna says false. Mark says false. Max says false. Ooh, and Mark providing a little context, named for Arizona captain. That is true. So the answer is false. Kidd was not named for the pirate captain William Kidd. Kidd was named for Rear Admiral Isaac Campbell Kidd, who died on the USS Arizona during the attack of Pearl Harbor. Um, First flag officer to die in the war. So let me write down what everybody put. Let's see. So that's question 13. Let's see. And let's see. And I think Tim would not let me do research anymore if I got that wrong. Well, hey, like I said, like I'm saying, we're here just to have some fun and we're learning at the same time. So that's what this is all about. All right. The next question. Let's see. This one might be difficult, so if you can, just name as many of them as you can. What are the names of the men that the USS the Sullivans is named for? USS Sullivans is named after the five Sullivan brothers. Do you guys know any of the names of the five Sullivan brothers? We need Wolf back. I was hoping Wolf would show up tonight, but no, he did not show up tonight, which is a bummer. Well, it might be a good thing Wolf didn't show up because he would be smoking you guys. You know this. Do you guys know any of the names? It's okay if you don't name them all. Yeah, the Sullivan brothers all killed on the same ship. Yes, they were. Let's see. Aaron says Joseph because that's my middle name. Anna says John. Okay. So Mark says Bob. Larry. So the names of the five Sullivan brothers were Joe, Frank, Albert, and they called him Al for short. Madison, they called him Matt, and George. So those are the names of the five Sullivan brothers that USS the Sullivans is named for. I'm gonna give Skip a point for that one because he did name one of them. No Skip, not Larry. Okay, let's see. This one might be difficult, but I'm going to ask it. What what Fletcher class destroyer famously took on the Yamato during the Battle off Samar? And I thought it was only three killed on the ship. No, Anna, all five Sullivan brothers perished uh, in that battle. Which Fletcher class destroyer famously took on the Yamato during the Battle off Samar? The one that sunk. Yes. Unfortunately, that ship did sink. Let's see. I'll start the timer. Aaron, I am a Pacific War nerd, but this I do not know. Aaron, I'm going to recommend a book to you after we get the answer here. I think you would find it extremely interesting. Can never remember the name, but I can tell you who owned the sub that found it. Yeah, yeah, I think you can, Anna. I think you know. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, books. Okay, so the answer to that question is USS Johnston, DD 557. And for a reading recommendation, Skip, look up a book called Destroyer Captain, The Life of Ernest E. Evans. He was the captain of the Johnston, and the author of the book is David Hornfisher. I'm going to grab the book and I'm going to show you the book. Whoops. I need to pick that back up. I need my ink pen. So, let's see. So, I'm going to go big screen for a minute. Here you go, Aaron. I recommend checking out this book. And yes, there is an audio book because I bought it and I listened to it. So, The Life of Ernest E. Evans, Destroyer Captain. I highly recommend that book. I think you would very much enjoy it. Audio book available. All right. So, we just mentioned this a few minutes ago. This is number 16. What are the names of the two surviving destroyer escorts in the U.S.? Two destroyer escorts are museum ships. We just named one of them. Can anybody name them? I'll throw you some hints. Galveston Naval Museum, and this other one is always on Museum Ship Mafia. The two surviving destroyer escorts. Let's see if anybody gets it. Nope, Mark, not Boxer and Enterprise. Okay. Boxer, and I don't know. Nope, not Boxer. So the two surviving destroyer escorts are USS Stewart, which is at Galveston, and USS Slater in New York. Slater might sound familiar to you guys if you watch Museum Ship Mafia because they always have someone from the Slater on Museum Ship Mafia. So if that name sounds familiar to you, that's why. Okay. And let's see. Next question. Which class of destroyers followed the Fletcher class? This one might be a bit difficult. Which class of destroyers followed the Fletcher class? I didn't know 33 states had museum ship until Buffalo's was live the other night. Mark the Olympic class. Not quite. Uh, let's see. I'll give it a few more seconds. Which class of destroyers follow the Fletcher class? Okay. So the answer to that question is the Allen M. Sumner class. That was the class that followed the Fletchers, and the Gearing class followed the Sumner class. Okay. Question 18. What class of destroyers are serving in the modern U.S. Navy? What are all the destroyers? The what? Why are we weird with ships? I don't know. What is the name of the class of destroyers that currently serve in the United States Navy? The name of the whole class. You guys have heard this before. If you don't guess it, when I say the name, you're going to be like, "Oh, I knew that." I guarantee you, you guys are going to know this. Let's see if anybody gets it. The name of the modern class. I know when I say it, you guys are going to be like, "Oh, I knew that." Okay. And I have no idea. Okay. Mark Navy. The Arleigh Burke class is the name of the modern destroyers. The Arleigh Burke class destroyers. Let's see. You guys know a lot of this stuff. I think you guys might have like test anxiety, like I get when someone like puts me down and starts asking me like very specific questions like this. I know the answer, but I have like this mental block. I don't know if that's the right way to describe it. Okay, here's a movie question for you guys. Question number 19. Movie question. What was the name of the fictional ship portrayed by USS Kidd in Greyhound? Who knows the name of the fictional ship that the Kidd portrayed in Greyhound? I know we have some folks in here that have seen Greyhound. Let's see. The fictional USS or the fictional ship USS Kidd portrayed in Greyhound. Oh, Mark didn't watch the movie yet. Oh, that's a bummer. Let's see if anybody else knows. Okay. All right. So the answer is USS Keeling, and I'll put that in the chat. And that's not spoiling anything, just telling you guys the name of the show. USS Keeling is the name of the ship. Okay. Last destroyer question. How many Fletcher class destroyers were built? We covered that a bunch here on the channel. How many Fletcher class destroyers were built? Hi, USS New Orleans popping up here on the footage. Aaron. Oops, nope. Right there. Skip got it. 175. That is the correct answer. There we go. And of the 175, as we just discussed, only 4 still exist. Kidd, the Sullivans, Casson Young, and Velos. Skip, yes, I read it earlier. Yep, 175. Okay. Last 10 questions, guys, and these are cruisers, submarines. Are you paying attention, Aaron? Submarines and aircraft carriers. All right. What is the name of the submarine that sunk 33 ships, the most of any sub in World War II? What is the name of the submarine that sunk the most ships in World War II? She sunk 33 ships. And I need to clarify that. The name of the American submarine. Anna, no, U-571 is not a real sub. At least not the one that's portrayed in that movie. No, Mark, not Huntley. Okay. So let's see. I don't know, but I know the most on this subject. All right. Well, the answer is the USS Tang. Kind of like the old 80s drink. You guys remember Tang from the 80s? Those of you that were old enough to remember the 80s? The USS Tang. And I put it in the chat for you guys. I'm actually reading or listening to an audio book about the Tang right now. Let's see. Number 22. Since you guys didn't know the Tang, I'm going to not expect you to know this one either, but I'll ask anyway, or I'll just mention it. The next question was, how was the USS Tang sunk? And the answer to that is one of her own torpedoes circled back, hit her, and sunk her. So think about that. The most successful American submarine in World War II sinks itself by accident because it fires off one of the torps, it circles back around and hits the Tang. So, yeah, crazy about that. Number 23. Coincidentally, we're looking at the New Orleans right now. True or false? USS New Orleans was sunk after a 150-foot section of the bow was blown off by a Japanese torpedo. Let's see, true or false? You got a 50-50 shot. USS New Orleans was sunk after a 150-foot section of the bow was blown off by a Japanese torpedo. Anna says false. Mark says false. Let's see. Skip. Skip says false. Mark, you said false at first. Are you changing your answer to true? Let's see. Max says false. The answer is false. USS New Orleans did not sink despite having a 150-foot section of its bow blown off. They made a false bow out of, I think it's bamboo trunks, sailed it backwards to get repairs. It was refitted with a welded bow instead of like an original riveted bow that the ship had. Sent back into action, and she was one of the most decorated cruisers of World War II. And Anna, yes, you are correct. There we go. I think they just found her bow. They did find her bow. Hull of Bamboo sailed 1,500 miles backwards to Australia. There you go. And the National World War II Museum. Hey, what's up, Billy? The National World War II Museum is in fact working on a exhibit for the USS New Orleans. So let's see who all gets points for this one. Anna, Mark. So everybody got this one. Max, Skip. All right. There we go. Let's see. Number 24. So we mentioned the 5 Sullivan brothers earlier. What was the name of the Atlanta Let me start over. What was the name of the Atlanta class cruiser that the Sullivan brothers perished on? What was the name of the ship that the brothers died on? Let's see if anybody gets this. The name of the ship that the 5 Sullivan brothers died on. Let's see. I just watched something on this. The name of the ship. Let's see. And time is running out. All right. Oh, Bri. So the answer, and I will put it in the chat, is the USS Juno. And that is it right there. USS Juno was the name of the ship. Okay. Question number 25. We got an aircraft carrier question here. What is the name of the aircraft carrier that participated in the Doolittle raid? Let's see if anybody can get this. What is the name of the aircraft carrier that participated in the Doolittle raid? All the planes were launched off this ship. No, Anna, not Intrepid. Mark got it. USS Hornet. Mark got it. That is correct. So Mark gets number 25. Yep, Skip. It is a Hornet. Okay. So we've only got 4 questions left. Let's see. Our next question is also an aircraft carrier question. Let's see. Number 26. What is the name of the aircraft carrier serving as a museum ship in San Diego? I have been to this aircraft carrier. It's the only carrier I've been to. What is the name of the aircraft carrier that is a museum ship in San Diego? Max. Max got it. USS Midway is the answer. Ronald Reagan. Nope, not Ronald Reagan. Nope, not Yorktown. Max got it. USS Midway. All right. Down to the final three. Let's see. What is the name of the first nuclear powered U.S. aircraft carrier? What is the name of the first nuclear powered aircraft carrier? Let's see if anyone can get this one. Anna. Anna got it. USS Enterprise is the name of the very first U.S. aircraft carrier. Let's see. Number 28. Now, you guys remember Shane from Buffalo Naval Park was on a few weeks ago. This is a question about one of his ships. Let's see. USS Little Rock at the Buffalo Naval Park is the last surviving ship of two different class of cruisers. What are the names of those classes? So USS Little Rock started life as one class of ship and was converted into a completely different class of ship. Does anybody know the names of the two classes? Because now remember, Shane was on a few weeks ago and we talked about this in great detail. Let's see if you guys can remember. The name of both classes. Oh, this New Orleans footage is going on quite a bit. Shane would be ashamed of me. It's fine. Whoa. Stupid chair. Let's see. Anybody? Okay. So I will type them in the chat for you guys. So, USS Little Rock started off life as a Cleveland class cruiser. And I just put that in the chat. And she was completely modified into a Galveston class cruiser. Galveston class was one of the first ever guided missile cruiser systems. So she started off life as a Cleveland class, and she is now a Galveston class cruiser. All right. We've got two questions left. And I think you guys are going to know these. Last two questions. Question number 29. Here we go. What is the name of the aircraft carrier that portrayed herself in the movie The Final Countdown? Question, is this the best Friday stream ever? I mean, if you're into this sort of thing, maybe. Somebody buy something from the merch store? Yeah, that would be great. Mark has got it. USS Nimitz. In the movie The Final Countdown, the USS Nimitz portrays itself. That is correct. All right. Skip, damn it, Mark. I knew somebody had to see this movie besides me. Like, it's probably one of the more popular films from that time. I mean, as far as like, war movies and stuff, even though it's really a science fiction movie. Okay, guys, final question. What is the name of the submarine serving as a museum ship at Battleship Memorial Park in Mobile, Alabama? What is the name of the submarine at Battleship Memorial Park in Mobile, Alabama? Some of us have been to it. Max, got it. Max, USS Drum. Yep, Anna. No, Mark, not Calavana. Nope. USS Drum. Skip. Oh my God, Max, I hate you. Skip, I believe you've been to the Drum as well. Am I remembering that correctly? All right, let's see. I am going to tally up the points here. So let's see. Max, Buddy, Skip, and Mark. And let me add up the points. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Anna got 6 points. Let's see. Max, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Max has 7 points. All right. Buddy got 1 point. Let's see. Skip. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Skip got 7 points. Let's see. Mark, let's see. Where is Mark's points? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mark got 5 points. So we have a tie between Aaron and Max at 7 points apiece. So, Max and Aaron, I have a question for you guys. Do you want to have a tiebreaker, or are you happy with just being in a tie? Skip with the $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Skip. I really appreciate that. That goes a long way in helping the channel. That helps me pay for StreamYard, by the way. So thank you so much. Aaron wants the tiebreaker. Max, tiebreaker? Yes or no? Do we have a tiebreaker? Max, I need a response. Okay. So Skip and Max both agree that we need a tiebreaker. So let me think of a question. I got to think of something that I think you guys are both going to know. I got it. So the tiebreaker question, and this is something both you guys are familiar with. What is the hull number of USS Alabama? Only Max and Skip can answer. What is the hull number of USS Alabama? Whoever answers first is the winner. What is the hull number of USS Alabama? Let's see. And we have a winner. Skip is our winner for tonight. BB-60 is the hull number of USS Alabama. And there we go. All right. Skip, bragging rights are yours. To the victor goes the spoils. Max had a hell of a run though, and you guys all did great. So, guys, all pat yourselves on the back. All of you guys did a great job. So, okay, Max, you get the trophy. Well, that is our first ever trivia game, guys. And I know what you guys are probably wondering. And yes, at some point, we are going to do ocean liner trivia. That's a promise. So don't worry, that is going to come. I just kind of wanted to test you guys a little bit on the warships and see how you do. So, guys, all of you applaud yourselves. You all did a great job, and thanks for playing our first ever trivia game, guys. I really appreciate it. And I mean, it might have crossed my mind. Mark, yes, ocean liner trivia. Yes, we will do ocean liner trivia in the future as well. All right, well, guys, that is going to wrap up our stream for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys like this and want to see more of them, warship ones, some ocean liners, maybe some modern ship trivia. It's an idea I've been wanting to try, and I finally just decided to throw this out there and see what you guys think, get some feedback on it. And I think this went really well. I think it was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I always love trivia, even when I'm terrible at it. Oh, yeah, me too. Believe me, I'm the same way. So, with that, you got, how about 534? Oh, that's the Queen Mary. Know that one. So, with that said, guys, I thank you all so much for coming and hanging out and playing the trivia game. It was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And you guys have a great weekend. We'll see you back next Friday at our regular scheduled time for another weekly 1 hour live stream. I can never do Jeopardy. I choke under pressure. It took me forever to spit out Turpins tonight. Yeah, but you did spit it out. So there you go. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. And until the next time, you guys know the drill. As always, drive safely.